Oh, hello there. Welcome back to Crafters TV. It is Thursday. It is 4 p.m. in the UK, 8 a.m. on the West Coast, 11 a.m. on the East Coast, 5 p.m. in Central Europe. That means one thing. It means, of course, it is Cartload. Yes, it is our Fast and Furious sales show. It is the one show of the week where we save all of the best deals. Not only will we have great deals, we'll have great demonstrations and a great guest as well. Craig is with me. He is back in stock. How are you doing, Craig? How are you settling back into your first week on Crafters TV?
Hey Joe, it's good to absolutely be back here on Cartload, and it's so good to be here in front of you, all being able to craft, and as you say, be able to get some incredible deals. It's, do you know something, and this is meant in a good way, it's like I've never been away, do you know that? Everyone here has been so welcoming. Certainly across on social media, it's been a pleasure. Everyone's been sending their wishes, and it's just been so much fun, just being back in the thick of it and just getting all crafty.
Oh, absolutely, and it's a pleasure to have Craig back, and you guys have absolutely adored having him back in the building. We are going to crack on with everything we've got for you. We've got some fantastic deals in this show. We're going to start off with the brilliant one, is our wrap dies. I'll quickly whiz through what you got. Love Heart, Sweet Treat, Wedding Chimes, Shoot for the Stars. You've also got Ornate Cross in here, and then you've also got in this one here, this is your Christmas Wreath. Oh, I'm all fingers and thumbs. Not a good start, is it? I've got Forever Friends, Candlelight, Santa's Sleigh, You Slay, and also Festive Bauble. Wrap dies, Craig. Why have these been so busy since we launched them?
These have been so busy since we launched them because exactly that, they wrap around our cards. However, they don't just have to do that. You could be making home decor, such as, you know, if you want to do napkin ring holders, or you can just put them around the edge of your card. You could create flaps for your cards, for notebooks, anything like that. So the idea is, here's one of them, here's the star. So with this one here, when you die cut it, we're going to be demoing them, they actually just die cut just with a wee slot in each side, and then that's when they hook in. But that is the idea of being a wrap die, so they actually wrap around your card like this. Now that one there, obviously perfect. I know obviously just this weekend being the 4th of July, cross stateside, big day. So, you know, there's an idea for that one. But then we've got the cross as well. So what about, you know, a new baby, you know, baby's being christened. Of course, that could go for any occasion, not necessarily just christening. But again, that same idea. So you can just open them up, and then that just creates that wrap feature. Now, like I said earlier on, they can be used if you want to be actually using them to go around napkins. So maybe you want to decorate them, then you can see there's the heart one just there, and then I'll just quickly show you a couple of Christmas ones. So if you like to make your own Christmas crackers, why not wrap them around the crackers as well? So many different things that you can do, and if you're unsure how you actually use them and what they can do, we'll show you that just very shortly.
Talking of crackers, the price, Craig, is crackers. It is a half price deal. You buy 5, you get 5 totally free of charge. Should be almost £80 in the UK, $39.95. Should be almost $130. Very busy on the website already. Busy for these as well, so make sure you grab them. I do feel like, Craig, maybe you should spit some bars and we should work on a Gemini wrap. Not like a wrap around, like a...
No, an
I'm not going to do it. Yeah, like an actual wrap.
Yeah. You can do the rap bit. Will you do the rap bit?
You do the beat. Can you beatbox?
No, I can't do it.
Maybe we'll play around with that and we'll get it right before the next show, yeah?
Yeah, I'll stick to crafting.
Maybe not by 6. I think it might take a little bit more work on both parts before then. Right, I want to move on to our alphabets. These are fantastic. This is how they come to you. There are acrylic alphabets. There are floral alphabets as well. Now, what's great about these is you get all of your A, B, C, D, on, all the way through to Z, or Z, depending on where you are. You also get the hashtag and you get the ampersand as well. And these are great for personalisation as well as a whole host of other things. You can see here some of the great things that you can make. £50 or $66. We have very low stocks in the big bundle. It will sell out, I think, in the show. When it does, you'll be able to get 2 of these for £12 or $16. How much of the stock's gone? 10% of the stock gone already just in the first few minutes of this show. These are great. We haven't seen these for a while, Craig, but they were very popular, weren't they, whenever we brought them to you here on Crafters TV?
They were so popular. Now, this is actually the first time I've had a proper chance to play with them. Can you believe that? These are ones that I've never actually played with for a wee while, or had the chance to for a wee while. So here you go. So there's the idea there. So there we go. We've got the S on that one just there. So you can use them on their own. So it could be the initial if you wanted of someone. And then I'm going to be showing you shortly how you can actually use some of your alphabet dies to create a name. So there is the S, and that's just been cut around. So you can colour them with maybe something that's way to come up next, the tri-blend pens, or what about using your water reactive ink pads? You know, you could be building the actual letters up to create a word or obviously a name. You'll see that just shortly. So these are all cards, but then what about memory books? So you could be using them so, you know, you could create someone's name. Doesn't matter how short or long the name is. Bring in all your different aqua pens, your colour pencils, all of these different techniques. Even do all your backgrounds and that, and then stamp over the top. But then what about that? Hashtag wow. Absolutely, indeed, that is hashtag wow. And there's a bit of home decor that you could be doing. You've got each individual letter, and there really are so many different things that you can do with them. You can do your shadowing effect, you can do your masking effect, you can also even just do your decoupage if you want to cut them out. So many different mediums that you can use, so many different things that you can create with them.
If you want them, 10% gone already, £50 or $66. Craig, can you throw me a tri-blend marker? I was going to just walk into the back of your shop then and steal it, but I thought, no, I won't. Let's see if I can catch. You ready? I'm not a good catch normally. Don't hit the lights. Definitely underhand.
Right.
Oh, that never happens. Great teamwork, you see. Absolute teamwork there. My heart was in my mouth then.
It was all down to my throwing.
What is it they say? Do something that scares you every day. That's today's done. Right, I wanted to just quickly show you, because I wanted to really show you these tri-blends. I just explain what they are, because they're an amazing colouring concept. You've got the light shade, the medium shade, and the dark shade in each single one of these colours, which is fantastic. This is your opportunity to get all of them as well. It's a full collection. You've got your essentials and you've got your deep blends. What you've got here basically is, there's all of your essentials here, as you can see. If you're going to go for one, definitely go for the essentials. It's not an option. If you're paying over $100, remember as well, you'll get free shipping and handling, which is great. Then you've got your deep blends, and basically what the deep blends are is they are half of these are the extensions of your colours, and then half brand new colours. This is a complete collection. Lovely, isn't it, Craig, to get like all of something for such a great price? Why do people love the tri-blends so much?
So the reason that so many people love the tri-blend pens is, you know, if you have any of our others, such as our classic pens, you know, you've got all these pens, you can do so many different techniques with them, but you've got all those pens, which they look good when they're all set up. However, what the tri-blend pens do is, for instance, you've got one colour, but you've got that 3 shades in that one barrel. So if we take a red, for example, on one end you've got the dark red, on the other end you've got the light red, but within the middle you've got that mid-tone. So that just means you can do your seamless blending all the way through from one pen. So obviously it's great for space wise, it's great for technique wise, but it's just great to have the whole lot just in that one pen.
Oh, absolutely brilliant. Very busy on those. Always so busy. We worked so hard to get this back in stock as well, because we had to bring this stock back from the States, because it's going to be such a long time till we've got it in stock. It is now there. It's good and ready to go. Do not miss out on $71.99 each, or $107.95. Always so busy. Right, I've got some double-sided dies to share with you. Now, these are amazing. Our double-sided dies, patented. Where am I going to put? I don't know. I'm having a bit of a mare today. I won't lie to you. Let's just pop those over here. I feel like Mrs. Overall, macaroons. Someone's going to come in with a tea trolley in a minute. Right, let me take you through these. So I want to share these with you. Double-sided dies. These are our double-sided Tapa dies. 3 different collections here for you to choose from. £35 or $41 to get the Schmetterling. This one here, the Flutterby Wishes, and you get the heart in there as well. It cuts the front and it cuts the back, which is brilliant. That is option 1. Right, option 2 is this one just here. Now in option 2, you've got the floral mandala. Sarah calls them mandalas, I call them mandalas, and now I'm getting confused between the two. You also get the floral delights in there as well. That is your second option. And then your third option here is this one, the sweet cupcake and the pretty Posy. I know what you guys are like, you absolute super fans out there. You're going to say, do you know what? I love them, Joe, but I want all of them and I want a better deal. And to that I say, okay, fair enough. We'll do that for you. Grab all of them if you want to. £80 or $105. You are saving over 40% now, which is fantastic. Anyone that's new to double-sided dies, Craig, why are they so amazing?
They're so amazing because, well, one of the reasons, just like the tri-blend pens, it actually saves on space because it's exactly what it says, they're double-sided dies. So obviously, traditionally, your dies have that die-cutting blade on the one side. We say blade, but of course, they're not sharp, and we'll show you that just in a minute. But what happens is, with our plates, and we're going to show you that as well, we've got these special plates, extra tough plates, and what happens is you sandwich them with your cardstock on either side, put it through one pass of your Gemini, and what's going to happen is it's going to die cut the full layers all at once, so you don't need to go back and forwards for different layers. We don't have a lot of the samples, well actually we've only got one, but then that just at least gives you the idea. So of course you can pop them onto cards, but however there is the heart one. So for instance, on the heart you have got, hey, there we go, as he says, they just appear. So you can see you've got the black layer, you've got the pink layer, you've got the green layer, and then you've also got another, that's a bit of a pattern paper layer on the back. So there's your 4 layers. So you get all these different layers that die cut, you know, just within the one. So that's the sort of thing that you can do. So that's that one there. If we bring in a few of these ones, so you can see with the cupcake, same idea, just with one pass and it die cuts multiple different layers. Look at that one in there. So bringing in these different colours, and you always get that one fine line die that just creates all that detail. You can see with the butterfly just there, and even, you know, just bring them in, make your concept. So you've got that one there, you could be making all your flowers, but you could be using them individually as well. You don't have to make them as a flurry if you don't want to, but that's the great thing with the double-sided dies, and we'll be showing you them very shortly too.
We will indeed. Very, very busy on those. I would give you the details individually, but I can hear that of those of you that have jumped to the website already, everyone is going for that main collection, £80 or $105 if you want to get those. Joe has a low fear threshold, is what Anne is saying. Are you calling me a wimpam? You'd be wrong, actually. Joanne says that was funny. Do something that scares you every day, and that was it for today for Joe. Loads of people saying hello though from all over. She dies in Carlotta, Melinda, Georgianne. Woohoo! Great catch, says Robin as well. Lots of love for the alphabet stamps for Shadaya. Carlene is saying hi as well. People are watching from all over the US. Good morning from Ohio. Ohio, Betty. Right, let's move on. I want to share with you some wonderful stamps and dies that we've got here for you. Now, this is the first set. This is your perfect Posy here. This is what it die cuts and stamps for you. And then we've also got as well Vase Bouquet, which is this one here, and this also stamps and cuts that for you. Buy one, you get one free. I said you buy one,
you get one free.
Absolutely, you do. $14.99, $19.95. I must admit, Craig, I've seen these a few times in the past, and it doesn't necessarily jump out at me as to how I would use these or what sort of project they would go on.
Yeah, well, you're right. You know, you can look at them sometimes and just think exactly what can I do with them, because they all come individually on your stamp sheet. However, what they do is exactly that, they layer up upon each other. In some ways, they're kind of a bit like the double-sided dies. We're going to be showing you, we're actually going to be using this one on this one. This is the only sample I've got of this one here that you can see, but it gives you the idea. So we've got the vase on this one here where you can just layer it up. You've also got all these flowers, you've got the flourishes in the background as well, and we're going to be showing you that in a wee bit more detail later on as to how you can actually use the layerable stamps.
Looking forward to seeing those. I have fear there may be some foam pads coming out for those, Craig, a little later.
Absolutely. Whenever there's foam pads needed, foam pads needed.
It's the way he tells them. Next we've got the crocus here for you, and we've also got the daffodil. Now these are incredible value, because this, both of these together, the crocus and the daffodil, let me just grab my notes for you because they're amazing value for money. Should be $19.99 each just for these two. So basically, you buy these two, we're going to give you some money off, which is great. So you've got the crocus and you've got the daffodil. And then we're also going to throw in the Gemini Junior double-sided plates as well, which is fantastic. So for anyone really that hadn't tried double-sided dies before, for £37, Craig, this would be a great starting point, wouldn't it?
It's going to be an incredible starting point, and I did not know that you got those plates on it. Genuinely, I didn't know that you got the plates with them today. So a bit like the ones that we just showed you before, so they're double-sided, so you can create these really lovely looking flourished flower just by one pass. Of course, you can extend it by doing, you know, a big array of flowers. You know, you can use them for many different occasions. Plus, what they're good for as well, they're nice small dies. So what that means is that if you've got any of your scraps, we've all got our boxes of scrap scrap card. So they're going to fit perfectly. So you don't need to throw all these scraps away, or as I do as well, they end up sitting in a box for quite a while. You're able to use them, incorporate them, and you can get rid of them while making gorgeous looking flowers.
Ah, fantastic. Shadai saying, Joe, did you make a trip to the barber? Your hair is looking great, and your beard too. I trimmed the beard myself. I think the hair, Craig, has just got so long that it actually is now not sticking up anymore and just seems to it's got a lot of lacquer on it. It's not really lacquer, but you know what I mean. But no, I haven't cut it. We can't have it cut. We can get a haircut, Craig, from Saturday, can't we? Are you booked in yet?
I'm not, no, but it's like I said the other day, actually, but right at the very start, my hair was really, really short, and I've got to that point where, when you can't do anything with it, and then now I'm beyond that point that it's that long that it actually sits fine. So I'll just wait until the crowd dies down, and then I'll go and get my hair cut. But I'm fine at the moment.
Mine is just about sat down. I'm going to have it all cut off on Tuesday. Fantastic. Right, heart to heart. Just did an inward chortle there. I don't know what that was. Right, this is more double-sided dies for you. These are our heart to hearts, and these are great. These are edgeables, so it means that you can do so much with them. There's your heart one. There's your star one as well, which is fantastic. You're saving 20% here. Loads you can do. Edgeables, Craig, just always so versatile, aren't they?
They really, really are. So once again, along the same lines as the other ones that you've seen, obviously with the flowers, what you've got is your plates to go with them, if you've not already got them. But you can see along the top here, so what happens is on this one, and this is one I'm going to demo later on, we've got the orange layer at the back and we've got the yellow layer at the front. Now this die cuts both of them at the exact same time because they're double-sided. So yeah, you can use them as your edgeable. You can actually create concept cards with them. You can use them for borders. You can also use them for wraps as well if you want. All these little stars that pop out, keep a hold of them. You could be using them wherever you want as well. They really are such a cool thing that you could be using within your crafting.
They really are. Definitely grab them. And if you want to go back and watch masterclasses on our edgeables and double-sided edgeables, there are 6 hours now, I believe, of edgeable masterclasses right now over on the Crafters Companion website. Right, I want to move on to some of our double-sided box dies. I'm going to start with the rectangular ones. Great price on this. This die here, it's a double-sided die. It makes 2 different sizes of rectangular box. Should be $34.99 on its own. Check out the price because we've taken money off, and you're also going to get the double-sided die plates included as well, which is fantastic. So you basically give you a discount on that. We're going to give you those as well. That's your first option. There is another option as well. There's the squares. Now the squares make 3 different sizes of box for you, and the squares, the actual box itself should be $39.99 on the squares. And again, we're going to take $4.99 off, and we're going to give you the double-sided die plates. The double-sided die plates are worth $19.99 on their own, so it's a stonking great deal. This one, double-sided box dies. For a lot of people, Craig, if you're Sarah Scissorhands and you're, you can knock these boxes up no problem. That's fine, but for a lot of people, that's just not achievable, is it?
No, it's not. Some people actually find it hard to make some boxes, even if you've got your scoreboards and that. But this is actually something that hopefully we'll get a chance to make later on using the wrap dies. But this is just one of the boxes that you could be making. It's one of the wee square ones. So as you can see there, it does die cut just beautifully. Once again, it's double-sided. So what that's great for, especially with the boxes, is the fact that it cuts your lid and the base at the exact same time. So whether it's your matte card, whether it's your texture card, glitter card, anything like that, that with one pass through the Gemini with those plates. Now the box one, certainly I think it's the largest, and then the next one in, you will need your A4 Gemini. However, if you've got the Gemini Junior with the small plates, then some of these smaller square boxes will also go through on that one too.
Fantastic. Make sure you grab those. Barbie says, you both look gorgeous. You don't need haircuts. I'm glad you agree, Barbie. And Craig, Mary Ann says she thinks your hair looks fab. We both look fine, according to Lynn. I'm not sure she means like fine. I think she means you just look fine.
You look fine. You look
right.
Yeah, you're all right.
There's loads of other stuff coming up in this show. I want to give you a heads up on it. The sparklings. Buy 2, you get 1 free. I said you buy 2,
you get 1 free.
You do, yes. $25.98 or $39.90 if you want to go for those. 3 different colourways in here. You've got Cozy Christmas, you've also got Traditional Christmas, and you've also got Cool Christmas in there as well. $25.98 or $39.90, which is fantastic. Right, crafty fun. It is a Cartload collection that you've got here. It is a stonking great deal on this, guys. If you've been looking at the crafty fun for a while, it's a 48% saving on this. You should be looking at $95.84 in the UK or $136.24 in the US. However, £50 or $70 gets you this. Platinum members, you'd get another £10 off in the UK. You'd get another $14 off in the US. Very, very busy for that one. The next one I want to share with you is the Essential Words collection. So many elements within here. A lot of these die collections are up to 28 elements in each one of those. You've got all of your words and all of your sort of people covered in there too. $17.50 or $23.50 to get you all of that, which is fantastic, saving 40% there on that one. Right, get yourself across to the website because there's loads that we haven't even shown you in that preview. So I'd say pop across now, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. You can watch us there, and also you're going to be able to go through. There's pages and pages and pages of products there for you. Astrid says, hi Craig and Joe, I'm crafting along with you, making boxes with the big score. That is fantastic. Mary's saying hello to Astrid. Hello Mary as well. Mary and Astrid both with us on the Craft House last week. Don't forget, Craft House with myself and Craig is coming up tomorrow. Oh, Bev says, Joe, your hair is looking good, but I think you need to trim the face fuzz. It looks so much better. Handsome young man. Kiss. Thank you for that, Bev. And Wendy's just gone platinum. Whoop, whoop, go Wendy. Right, I'm going to hand you back over to Craig. He's going to share with us these Stampin' Dies. I'll just quickly remind you what you're getting in here. So you've got your perfect Posy, which is, of course, this one just here. Going to cut you all of those great things out. And then you've got the vase. Bouquet or Bouquet? Mrs. Bouquet of the house.
Bouquet.
Not Mrs. Bucket.
Richard.
Richard Onslow, darling. $14.99 or $19.95. Loads of people got no idea what we're on about. No. But what we do have for you, we have a lot of nonsense in the show. We've got a lot of great prices as well. These, of course, half price. Right, really keen to see what you're going to do with these, Craig.
Okay, let's do that and let's show you. So we showed you at the start there what we were going to make. So I'll just quickly show you that again. So what we can do with this one is you can see we've got the vase, and then we've also got the, now I'm saying it, vase. Usually I say vase. So you can see we've got that one just there, and then what we can do is we can lift the flowers up. So what we'll do is we will crack on and we will make that one. So I'm just going to take my stamping mat. So for this one, ideally use your quick dry ink pads. Of course you can use your water reactive ones if you so wish. So as you can see with my ones used here, with the using the quick dry, they will stain your stamps, but don't worry, they will work perfectly every single time. So with this one here, if we look at the vase, you've got number 1 and you've got 2 just at the side there. So you can see on this one here, you've got this one here, so that says number 1, so that's the first one you're going to stamp, and then you've got number 2. So the first one you're going to stamp in the light shade that you choose, and then number 2 you're going to actually stamp in the second shade. So we'll start that one off. Now,
what ink pads will work for these, Craig?
You can use any of your ink pads. Of course, you know, if you're crafting away and you want to, obviously for them to dry quick, then of course what to do is use your quick dry, and that's exactly what it'll do. However, if you do still want to do a wee bit of water technique or that, then you can use your quick dry if you want, your water reactive if you want. But nothing stopping you using your metallics and that as well. So we'll take the Harmony Quick Dry. So in this one, I'm going to use the Pale Fig and the Crushed Velvet. So what I've also done just here, so within the actual vase, you've got the corner. So you can then just marry that up to any of these grids that you've got on your stamping platform. So it's just into there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the lightest tone first, and we're just going to give that a good stamp and a good coverage. So if we move that one to the side, then all that I'm just going to do now is I'm just going to choose one of any of these squares just to line up along the bottom and the side of my cardstock. So I'm going to come down here so that I can actually leave a bit of space so we can die cut it. So I'm going to follow this line here. You could use masking tape or that if you want, just to remember what lines you're following. So I'm just going to line that up, and then I'm just going to press. So just press that into place, and then we're going to remove that one out of the way. So there we go, we can see there. So that's giving you that first layer. Now those white bits, that's there as it's meant to be, because that's just showing you a bit of shadow. So then what we'll do is let's come along and then let's take layer number 2. So if we take this one off, now once again what I'm just going to do is just pop that corner that you can see, just say that right angle, just where I had it before. I always just tend to use the actual, the middle. Of course, you could use your larger stamping platforms if you want. I'm just using the small one.
Could you use like a rocker block, or, you know, like a closing stamping platform, like a hinged one that people like to use? Well, they all work with these.
Yeah, you can do. So what you'll actually find is with any of your stamping platforms that you've got, then absolutely, because then you can place the stamp in the same place on your actual stamping platform and stamp multiple times. You can use a rocker block. The only problem with that is just trying to line that up, you know, because you're not able to look over the top. You can do though if you want, you know, if you find a way of doing it, then absolutely nothing's stopping you.
A lot of love for keeping up appearances in the comments, Craig. Shadiah says, love that show, Joe. Shadiah was given a book of the Book of Etiquette by Hyacinth Bouquet. Was given to her by one of her patients 20 years ago.
Wow. Yeah, I do love that.
What was it she used to for a come round, darling, for a candlelit supper?
Candlelit supper. Candlelit supper, yeah. So then all that I'm just doing now is, once again, I'm just using the exact same line that I chose earlier on. And then what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to, once again, choosing that line there and then that one there. And I'm just going to stick my head just in the way, just for a moment.
You've got no greys, Craig, which is great. Can see there on the account. I did it yesterday and I had greys, lots and lots of grey.
All right, okay, well that's a relief then. So I'm just lining that one up then. Just lining that one up and press. I don't know what they're laughing at in my ear. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, we're just funnier than we think we are, I think. I think sometimes they're laughing at us, not with us, Craig.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. So then there we go. So that's now giving us that darker shade on the outside. So you can see now, look at that effect. So that's giving you the layering of the stamp, and it gives you that vase. So let's pop that one to the side. So let's move that one out the way for the time being. Now, these obviously you can line them up with the actual grids. Being honest with you, when it comes to these flower ones, they're actually quite easy just to, if you look over the top and just place them as they are, but then you can obviously use the grids if you so wish. So let's just take another bit of stamping card. So what I'm going to do, let's bring in the flower so you can see with this one. So let's turn this one with a bit of white card just so we can see. So you can see here, you know, you've got these flower heads just here. And then you've got all these different elements, you know, these foliage and leaves as well. You're also getting some sentiments as well. So there's a variety of different flowers that you can do. Some larger ones, some smaller ones, and even some stamens and that as well.
What would you use these for, Craig? Would it be a card project, home decor? How would you sort of see putting these together if you were doing this for yourself at home?
So these ones here, I would use them for card making. I was about to say solely using them for card making. Of course, you can use them for anything, but I just find that they're a nice size. So you're going to see in a moment when I've got one that I've die cut, you know, if you use your nesting dies, it's a nice size to just pop onto an C6, A6 card blank if you want. Just a little card to say to someone that, you know, you're thinking of them, or maybe, you know, unfortunately we don't like making them, but sympathy cards, you know, you could make them for things like that. But of course, pop them in box frames. You know, I just use the flowers, decorate scrapbook pages or anything like that. So there really is so many different things you can be doing. So let's take for this one, this flower, and we will go 1 and 2. So I'm going to take the first one and I'm going to just pop that again. They've all got this wee 90-degree corner in them. So we'll pop that one just there. And then what I'm going to do for this one is I've taken the pink tone. So we've got plum jam, fuchsia, and pink tulip. So this one here, we're going to go for one of the lightest. We're only going to use 2. So the key base colour, just have that a light colour so that the actual shadowing that you're about to do actually shines through.
Barbie says, don't worry, Joe, I had lots of greys at 26. Do you think I'm 26? I mean, if you think I'm 26, then I'm in love with you, Barbie. She says, that's why hair dye was invented. Maybe, do you know what? Maybe it's not too far off. The thing is, as it gets longer, it's getting even more salt and pepper. That's why I need to have it trimmed as quick as possible, Craig.
But the thing is, for me, is turning grey's never been a worry for me. I'm not worried if it happens. I seem to be the only one that's not worried about it, that isn't turning grey. Everyone else that doesn't
maybe
want
because you're
it
not.
are the
Maybe
ones.
it's the stress of turning grey that's turning me grey. Maybe that's it.
Maybe it could very
that's
well
it.
be that. But then obviously here in the UK we do have a certain presenter that gets called the Silver Fox. So if I start to look like him, then you know, I wouldn't mind. So what we're then just going to do, so if I keep that the way that it was there, so once again I've just lined that into the centre, and then I'm just going to line them on the outside edge with that card that we've got just there. And then if we pop that over, and then once again, all that we're just going to stamp, so I am just going to stick my head in the way again.
Sandra says, when my other half got his first grey hair, he was in his 20s, so I pulled it out for him. Now if I did that, he'd be bald. Wow.
There we go. So you can see with just those 2 layers just there, so if I turn it that way, you can see how that's just giving you that or that dimensional look just by doing the layers on that one. So this is what I mean by, if you had done that dark one first and then went over with the light, you're not going to see the light. So always do the light one first. So let's move that one out the way. Let's take another 2. So let's take the rose. So we'll take that one.
How do you clean your stamps, Craig?
Right, okay, so I'm really bad, and I actually don't tend to always clean my stamps. What I just tend to do, so for instance, so we've just used that one just there. So what I tend to do, we've got a bit of scrap, we'll do it. So here's a bit of scrap. So what I tend to do is just stamp a few times just to get the excess off, and then I put them back. Okay. You can use a wet cloth, maybe a baby wipe or that. I know many people with the environment are trying not to use the baby wipe, so a wet cloth would be fine. Just try and maybe not have any alcohol within the wipe, because you don't want that to deteriorate your stamp. But
great advice.
That's just what I do. I just stamp it many times. Of course, today I'm actually using it because we're using them time and time again, but usually that's just what I do.
Well, I'm afraid Sharon says men with silver hair are sexy. And she writes sexy, Craig, in capital letters and uses an emoji of a man with grey hair. So there you go. Okay. I need to not worry about it anymore. Ashford says, I call my husband the Silver Fox. He's my combination of Hugh Grant and George Clooney. It's getting a bit hot under the collar in the comments here.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Anne says, just be happy you have hair. I think that's a great point.
So what I'm just doing with this one now, again, I've taken that next one, the rose, and I've gone for that base one, which we're going to go for the fuchsia this time. So again, what I'm just going to do is, now I am just going to pop it this side. This time I'm going to follow this line just here. Pop that in, and then we're just going to stamp. Now you can still just do what I just said a moment ago and stamp the excess off, but you can still use that. It doesn't mean that you have to just stamp off the excess and not use it. You're just getting a lighter tone. You're getting a second generation stamp. So let's take that one off, and then what we're just going to do is bring in the, not that one. Do you know what I've done? I've just stamped the ones we've already done. Never mind, let's carry on with that. So we'll pop that one on. So this time, let's go for the plum jam. So again, this is a darker shade. So let's just turn that one in. And then all that I'm just going to do is I'm just going to line that up with the same outside edges and then press. So again, there's a different look. So just depending on the colour tones. Now I'm using the pinks, but of course you could use any colours that you want. And still just with that bit of excess ink on there, let's go back into this one and stamp. And then you can see that gives you an even subtler look within that one.
Love
just
that.
There. So we've got that one. And then what I will do is quickly just stamp the 2 that I was going to stamp. So here it is just here. So it just lets you see what this one looks like. So let's go back for the lightest, which is the pink tulip. So you can, I've been using the light and then the mid, and then I've been using the mid and then the dark. However, nothing stopping you from using the light and then the real dark. You can do that, mix and match. So there is this one just here. And then let's take this one, pop that one just into the corner. So let's do that. Let's go right to the dark one, the plum jam. Stamp that one out. And then I'm just going to line that one up again. Now I've turned my stamp. There we go, my stamping platform.
Whilst you're doing that, Betsy says, Joe, did the horn end up in the garbage yesterday? I think we need a toot to still show that you still have it. There you are.
Jeezy Pete's.
Still got it. Oh, as Mel B says, oh, I've still got it.
I still got it. So there we go. So there it is. So there's just 4 that we've just done, just on that one just there. That gives you the idea that you've got. Now remembering, you also get the actual dies to also die cut the flowers. So you've also got the vase, you've also got the flowers as well. So you're not just having to be left with it, cutting them out freehand if you want.
And that's only a half of what you're getting as well, isn't it, Craig? You're paying for one, don't forget. So you're paying for this one just here, which is the vase or the vase, which is fantastic. And you're then getting the Posy for free, which is fantastic. So just put that in your basket. You're going to get both of them, which is fantastic, Craig, isn't it?
It really is. It's really fantastic with that one there. So what I've just done.
What were you doing
this
there? Did I interrupt? You looked really suspicious then when I went back to you. What's going on?
I've dropped something at the side.
Oh,
And
I'll get it
just
for
as
you.
you were away to say something else, I was away to go around and pick it up, and then you shouted my name, or you asked me a question. So, thank you. Yeah, so what were you saying actually? I just said yeah to what you were saying.
I have no idea.
No idea. So yeah, but these ones here, what I've just showed you there is you can layer them up, and of course you can actually die cut them out. So what I've done is with the vase, we've got that one there. So instead of using the die that comes with it, I've just used our oval stitch nesting die. So you can see that we've done that one. So that gives us that effect. And then using the actual dies that come within them, you can die cut the flowers. And of course you can do as many as you wish. I've just done the 3 for this one. And it's just a case of then you can have fun and you can play it and just start to layer them up. So what I'm just going to do is, if I bring, I think I used my card blank for that, I did, so that's worked fine. So what I'm then just going to do is just bringing in just some papers that I've already layered up together. So let's just use our tape runner and pop the adhesive on the back. So you're going to see that there's not actually much to this card. All that we've done is just a wee border within the middle, and then we've actually just popped the flowers on top, and then that's just going to give you that full detail.
Someone's saying, Joe, Sarah told us yesterday, no more horn. Well, that was yesterday, and Sarah was here. Sarah's not here today, so she's gone home. So I found it. Yeah, people are suggesting maybe I went bin diving yesterday, or dumpster diving, as Sandra. I'm not averse to a bit of bin diving every once in a while, Sandra. You know, I'm not precious.
Bin diving.
Yeah, bin diving, like scuba diving, but in rubbish bins.
Oh, that's what I thought it was, but I thought, nah, that's not what he's saying. That's not true.
Sarah threw my horn in the bin yesterday,
Right, okay.
Because I enacted my revenge during Creative Cravings, and yeah, I think she had a migraine for the rest of the day, so she threw it in the bin, but I've got it back. Long live the horn.
The horn. I'll need to put it in the bin next. So there we go. So we're just going to pop that. I've just die cut that onto, using our nesting dies, popped it on a black card, and then popped foam pads on the back. So let's just bring this one in, and let's just pop that one just there. And then what we can just do is, you know, we can shape these if you want. You can use your glue gel if you want. That's entirely up to yourself. You can still add a bit of distressing if you want. You can do that too. So what we're then just going to do is let's just bring in a couple of foam pads. So let's just bring that one just there. So we're just going to position this one, just let's go for it with it in the middle. And then with this one here, we can pop that towards the side so you can overlap them. Now, of course, I've just used the 3 here, but think how many different configurations, different looks that you can do. Yeah, you can go big and elaborate, or then what you can do is go really small. So let's just pick this one off, and we can start to layer this one up. Now, if you like your stamping, if you're an experienced stamper, then bring in any of your masking mediums, so you can then obviously mask a scene, so you could have quite a few vases all in a line. You could be doing that if you want. I keep saying vases, where usually I say vases.
Tomato.
Well, that's true. That's very true. So, missing my sentiment, but there we go. It gives you that idea of what we've just done there. So that's what we've just done, but then there's the one that we've done earlier on. And all that I've just done within the back there is just using one of the foliage stamps. I just stamped that in grasshopper green. So there we go.
Beautiful. Fantastic thing about that as well, you're only paying for one, we're going to send you two. It is a half price deal. Very, very busy on that already. $14.99, $19.95 if you're in the US. I want to share with you a couple of items that are proving very, very busy, as they always do. The first one is our Christmas sparklings that we've got here for you. It's a Christmas bundle. Now this one here is your Cool Christmas, and in there you're going to get your Icy Blue, your Winter Plum and your Frosted Rose. You're also going to get this one here. Now in here what you've got is your traditional Christmas, and in there you'll see you have Glacé Cherry, Festive Spruce and Sleigh Bell. And then finally in this one here you've got Cozy Christmas, which contains your mulled wine, your log fire and your candlelight. $25.98 if you want to get all three of those. $39.90 if you are in the US. Busy, busy, busy for those on the website. Next is the wrap dies. That's what we're going to next. That's as good as that wrap's going to get, by the way. Now these are great because they're a half price deal. They're a buy 5, get 5 free. I said you buy 5,
you get 5 free.
Absolutely, you do. What a winner. So you're going to get these ones here. So first off, you're going to get the hearts. Now remember, they interconnect. Remember, you can extend these very, very easily as well. You've also got the cupcakes in there. See, a lot of people cut the central element there in a corresponding cardstock, which always looks beautiful. You can ring those bells for any Liza Minnelli fans out there. You've also got a shoot for the stars, which is this one here. And you've got the ornate cross as well, which is always very, very popular when we bring it to you. Now, so you get those 5. We're going to give you another 5 as well, which is brilliant. So you're also then going to get the Christmas wreath, which is this one just here. Let me get rid of that one. You've then got here the Forest Friends. So these are the stags, and these are always very, very busy when we bring these ones to you. I think stags are just so, so popular at the moment. Do you know what's happened here? These boards, these are stuck on that way, but then the product's stuck on the other way. So, oh no, yeah, it is. So I can't do it that way. If I do it that way, the product's the wrong way around. If I do it that way, the finished bit's the wrong way around. I mean, what do I do? Should we go there? Let's go like that on that angle. How's that? Okay, I'll go there. Right, we've also got Santa's Sleigh, which is this one here. You can see that there. We've then got as well festive baubles, or ornaments as you guys call them in the States. Anyway, all of them should be nearly £80. It should be almost $130 today though. No, $39.95, $64.75 if you're in the US. You can also use your Club Inspired discount there as well. Platinum members in the UK should be saving almost an extra £8 on there. Double-sided Tapa dies is what I want to share with you. Got to go for the collection because everyone so far is going for that big collection. You've got the butterfly in here, which is beautiful. You then have the love heart. You've got the mandala. You've got some florals in here, the cupcake, and of course you've got that pretty posy as well. £80 or $105 is a 40% saving. You can get them in 2s as well. Check the website for that deal. Now's a great time to place an order. crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. And lots of stuff we won't show you, or maybe haven't shown you yet in the show. We've got great glue deals. There's a Xyron deal for you on the website as well. Get yourself across there and have a look. Get yourself stocked up because Thursdays is all about you getting these great deals. Right, what do you fancy showing us next, Craig?
I am going to show you the Fallen Stars, the double-sided border dies. We're going to show you that one, show you how these work. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our 2 cutting plates that come with the Gemini Junior, and then what we're going to do is we're going to use the actual, these are relatively new, so these came out at the same time as the very first double-sided die. So these are extra tough. These will last you a long time. Still flip and rotate as you would do normally, but these will last you so much longer. So what I'm just going to do now is I've got my base cutting plate, and then I'm just popping in one of these plates just here. Then what I'm going to do is I have got some orange texture card. This is just from one of our 8x8 card blocks. Then what I've done is I've taken the star is fallen, or fallen star border die. Now we can see on this side here, we've actually got a cutting edge that runs all the way along, and there's not one there. So that just lets us know that it cuts into your card. So what we're just going to do is, this one's got a lot less detail, so I want that to be on the background. So we're just going to pop that over the top, just like that. Then what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to hold that in place, and then what I'm going to do is just neaten that one up. You can add just a wee bit of tape in that wee corner there, but there's very little space to do that. But if you just have them sitting, then they will sit just fine. Then all that I'm just going to do is then come along with my yellow, and then that's got a lot more detail in there that's going to die cut out. So that's just what's going to make the border stand out. So that's then going to go face down onto that one just there. So I've already cut these to size. You know, what you can do is obviously cut them a bit bigger, and then you can cut them down afterwards.
Also, so just to clarify, Craig, as well, that die there, you've got the stars, is coming along with the heart in a smaller bundle. Is not in the is it in the bigger bundle? No, it's not. It's not in the bigger bundle. So the 6 that are on your screen are the butterfly, the heart, the mandala, the floral, the cupcake, and the other floral. If you want to go for the star that Craig is using, it comes with the hearts as well in a 2-piece collection there. So I'll just change those details. Sorry to interrupt you, Craig.
No, it's okay, no problem. So then all that we've just done there is we've just popped on that additional plate, and then we're going to pop our top cutting plate over the top. We're just going to sandwich that one in. So that's just going to feed that one in just like so. Then I know that that's gone over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press pause, and I'm going to press reverse. Now, these sorts of double-sided dies, have you seen myself and Joe the other day when I used our big double-sided dies? What I've done is I actually put our metal shim in there, but because these are a smaller one, I don't always tend to put the metal shim in because it's not needed. So if we then remove that one out the way, we can start to see that it's all cut all the way along. So what happens is all that pencil line, that's what we'll call it. Call it a pencil line because that's what it looks like. So if we turn that one around, so we can see all that detail is die cut. So then if I then just peel that across, so we've got a wee nick just there, so then that just comes along just like so. Then what we just do is we just pop all these wee bits out. So these just pop out. Now, of course, if you've got your die release tool, you can be using that one if you so wish, but it doesn't take long just to poke them out. So if we poke that middle one out, and then what you can do is keep a hold of all these stars because you could be using them elsewhere. So I'm going to be using them just to finish off the card later on. But then what you could do is use them to be your shaker elements. If you like to make shaker cards, you could be using them for things like that. It's just handy just to have. So what I'm just going to do is peel that one out. And then what we can just do is, if we take these, I am just going to pop them to the side for now, and then what we can just do is bring in the orange layer. So we're just going to actually just pop all these wee bits out. So once again, keep a hold of them, and then you can be using them to even just accent your cards just in the corners.
Can we do things like glitter card, mirror board, matte mirror, you know, like, because they're coated, aren't they, Craig? Are they fine still to use with your double-sided dies?
Absolutely they are, yeah, of course you can. You can really use any of your card mediums that you've got at home. The only one that it's not that I say don't do it, but sometimes, you know, some people want to try and use acetate, but because obviously the way that it's the double-sided and obviously the combination, and really the thing is as well with acetate is if you were to use acetate obviously on both sides and sandwich them together, you're not really going to see. You're not going to see obviously the idea, the concept. So acetate I tend to stay away from. Other than that, all the different card mediums. So yeah, your smooth card, texture card, glitter card, matte card, all these different ones, absolutely, you could be using them.
Wonderful, always good to know. Remember, you're saving 20% there on those. 20/50 gets you the stars and it gets you the hearts as well. To get 2 double-sided dies, £10 per die set is unheard of value for money. Right there with those, Craig, because normally they're a bit more of a premium, and it's understandable why they are usually a bit more expensive, Craig, because really you're getting double the amount you would with a regular die, aren't you?
Well, that's it, exactly that. So for instance, there's this one here. So to actually create the idea of them layering on top of each other, what you would usually find is you need 2 separate dies. So obviously 2 separate dies means it's more metal, which means it's more money. So this time, you know, you're able to do that effect, whether it's these ones or the other ones we've got, but just within one die, just by having these plates. And obviously if you get that bundle where you're getting the plates with it, you know, that's a bonus. Even if you've already got these plates, and like I say, these will last you so long, these will last you years and years. You know, I know they're relatively new, but I've only got and only used my original set and they're still really straight. So even have the other ones for a spare, or maybe you've got a crafty friend that's not got double-sided dies, pass the plates on to them and then they can then experience what the double-sided dies are like.
Wonderful. Bernice says, I'm with Anne. I think the horn needs to retire. Absolutely not. Sally Bond says, so Joe, Sarah's left the building now. Now is the time to dish the dirt on the new Christmas collection. Go for it, Joe. I'm silly and I'm a bit stupid, but I'm not that stupid, Sally. I'm getting way too much trouble. What I would say is, if you're excited about all things Christmas, then you're probably going to want to join us for the HSN preview a week tomorrow. That's all I can say. I think more will be revealed then. Because Christine Mahoney's going to start in upstate New York, getting on my case now as well. Then Robin will start talking about the crafting cruise, and then the comments just go AWOL, Craig. I mean, it's like wildfire.
That's it, because once it starts, that's it. It just continues within that one there. So I've layered that up, so you can see I've just missed that middle bit where I need to poke them out. But then that gives you the idea. So we've got all that detail. We've got the orange on the back, and then you've got the actual yellow on the front that just makes it all stand out. So if I just bring this one that I've already pre-done, so that gives you that idea. Just to actually, if I put that a bit closer, just so that you can see, so we can see all that detail. So there you go. Now so you can imagine, yeah, we've used our cardstock, but why not make your own backgrounds with your inks? If you've got those sparkle inks that are on today, use them, create your own backgrounds as well. So I'm just bringing in just a small card blank that I've got here. So this is 5 3/4 by 4 inches, in case anyone wants to know. And I've just popped some foam pads on the back. So let's just take these ones off. So what these would be good for as well, especially the star one. So I've been saying ideas obviously for parties lately, and I know obviously parties are going on at the moment, but something like this style, could you imagine like a name placement setting? So you could even make that a bit shorter if you want. Use your alphabet dies, and you can then just die cut the wee boy or wee girl's name. You can then colour it, theme it to whatever the theme of their party is. So many different things, not just for cards. So then I've just taken just one of our embossing folder. You can see, I believe this one was the one that comes with the Gemini Junior when you purchase that one.
Am I right in thinking that these, would you describe this as an edgeable, these dies, Craig?
So they're called edgeable, or classed as edgeables, but of course you can use them in so many different ways. They don't just have to be with for edgeables. If you want, you can create borders and frames with it. Obviously, border kind of is an edgeable, but you could create frames in that with them as well. Just have little strips. So obviously, I've left that as a hole underneath. You could then just strip that down to the side or cut it down, and then you can just elongate it all the way down. So
fantastic.
You really can do different things with that one. Then what I've just done here is I've just taken the Wish sentiment. So this is actually, if you manage to get Sarah's Rose Gold collection, this is the word wish from that one. And I've just sandwiched that by die cutting it multiple times, the shadow effect. And I've used our 3-inch Xyron sticker maker. And I've used that is also
we've got that on the show today, Craig.
Indeed.
Oh, and we've got a fantastic deal on it as well. Not just one, you can get 2 of them, Craig.
You're getting 2. It's incredible. You're getting the 3-inch and the 2-inch.
Absolutely. £20 or $30.
There we go.
Are you getting 2 of the 3 inches at £20 or $30, which is fantastic.
It really is. So this is great for any of your small die cuts or anything like your sentiments or that. So yeah, of course, as you know, we've got our dotted tape runners, we've got our sprays, we've got our glue with the fine nozzle. However, you can then just use your actual Xyron as well, and that gives you edge-to-edge adhesive on the back. So we're just going to pop that one just within the middle. And it's saying wish, and I've even just done the top of the eye. So let's just pop that one on, and then let's just bring in, so I've taken a few of the stars that die cut out, and I've just layered a couple of the oranges on top of the yellows, and I've even just put a wee gem within the middle. And then all that I'm just doing is I'm just going to use just our wet glue, our Collal tacky glue with the fine tip, and then all that I'm just going to do is just place them just randomly throughout and over, sticking that down. So if we pop that one there, and then I've got just a couple of wee ones as well. So just a couple of wee dots, and the different looks that you can get. So if you were to make this exact same way as I've done it, but you've changed the colours, so if you were to use reds and blacks, or you could be using reds and pinks, it would look absolutely gorgeous, but completely different. You maybe want to go for your blues and whites. So many different ways and looks that you can create. So there we go. There's that one, just using the edge. So it's an edgeable, however, it's more like a topper, you know, because you've got it at the top. But then if I bring that in closer, that you can see just there.
Beautiful card.
If I was to say I was to turn that the other way around, then you can see that it can be obviously the edgeable on the side. But then there we go, that gives you the idea there as to what you can make.
Absolutely beautiful, Craig. £20.50 or $30 gets you both of them. You got the stars, and you also got the hearts in there as well. $20.50 or $30, saving a fifth there on those. Shadiah has got my back in the comments. She says, girls, do not go getting Joe into trouble again. Let us wait for the surprise next week. Thanks, Shadiah. It's good to know that you got my back, keeping me safe there and out of trouble, which is fantastic. Right, we're going to move on to the tri-blends. Now, the tri-blends, so incredibly busy. If you're new to colouring, these are fantastic. And the reason for that being is that what you've got is you've got three colours, or three shades of the same colour in one pen. So you can see basically you've got three markers in each of these. It allows you to get a seamless blend from the lightest shade right the way through to the darkest shade, which is fantastic. Two different collections for you. If you don't have any of these, you need to be getting the essentials, which is this one here. So you can see you've got all your reds, yellows, your greens, some of your browns and greys in here as well. What you've then got the option to get as well, so $71.99 or $107.95 if you want to go for those. You've then got the option to go for the deep blends. Now what the deep blends do is they give you 12 new colours, but what they also then do is they extend your other 12 colours in here. So look here, for instance, see where we've got bright pink shades in this one here. You've then got bright pink blends down here. So that is the three lighter tones. So it means actually you can blend from dark all the way through to light across 6 different colour shades, which is amazing. So the amount of depth and dimension and texture that you can get on your colouring is quite incredible. So you've got those there. A lot of you I can see going for both the essentials and the deep blends, which is what I would be doing. When you're doing that as well, you're getting a complete collection, which is fantastic because that is everything when it comes to the tri-blends right there, which is brilliant. Right, I want to move on and show you again the alphabets, because these are just fantastic. This is what they look like when they come to you. You can go for a couple of these, absolutely, but why would you? Because I think, you know, when it comes to sets, it's always really nice, and sometimes maybe even seen as a luxury to have a whole set of something. I think when it comes to alphabets, that's not the case, because personalisation adds pennies when it comes to your crafting, and with these, this is exactly that. If you are doing things like box frames or wall signs or door signs, maybe you're doing names, or there's loads that you can do with these. I absolutely love this sample just here that's been created as well. Because they're floral, I love that they really lend themselves to bright, vibrant colouring. Now, if you want to go for these, £50 or $66 to get you the whole alphabet, which is fantastic. We do not have much. I know over 10% went just on the preview alone. If you want to go for them, wow, almost a third now of these has gone. These are very, very busy. When the main collection sells out, we'll bring them to you individually, but they're 2 for £12 or $16 if you get them individually. So, I mean, why wouldn't you just get all of them? You're getting 28 of these for £50. So it's less than £2 per stamp when you buy them in that configuration. 40% off if you're saving. Yes, you can use a Club Inspired discount on top of that as well. Pop yourself across to the website where you can watch and shop at the same time. I need to give you a reminder of the essential words that we had on the show for you as well. Lots in here. Nice that this draws from many different collections as well. So you've got some words from the Lily collection, which are your words of love. You've got your Save the Dates from the Garden of Love. And then you've got your male and female words. In here you've got things like husband, daughter, granddad, step, cousin, wife, niece, auntie, all of those. You've then got your wedding and baby words, so baby, shower, twins, boy, christening, wedding invitation, to name a few. The next ones we've got are words of endearment, so things like congratulations, with sympathy, special friend in there. And then finally this one here, celebration words, which has things like Merry Christmas, season to greet and celebrate, happy birthday, retirement invitation and Valentine. £17.50 to get all of those. So when it comes to personalisation, these are, well, I think they're worth every single penny of that. If you don't have a good collection of word stamps like this in your crafty arsenal, then why not? Maybe today's the day, whilst they are on a a 40% saving. £17.50 or $23.50 if you are in the US. Loads of you chatting away online as well today. Loads of you saying hello. Lots of you still talking about that horn. We seem to have hit a nerve there. In the comments. Gwen's going off for a bicycle ride. Thanks for letting me know, Gwen. I'll see you tomorrow. Right, Craig, what do you fancy showing us next?
Rightio, quite fancy going on a bike ride actually. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you how you can actually use the actual wrap dies. We're going to use I think this one's the Forest Friend, I believe. This is from well, the Christmas set, although you're getting them all together. So this just gives you the idea. So within the back of the packaging, you'll actually find it gives you measurements. Where are we? Are down and. Here we go. Just into here, it gives you measurements as to what you need to cut your card to go around an A6 card blank or an A2 if you're in the US. So what we're just going to do is pop that one out the way for the moment. So I've just taken my strip here. So I've taken the strip. So here in the UK, it's 259 millimeters by 39 millimeters. Same, obviously, within the US of A. So what we're just going to do with this one here is I've got my strip. So let's just take our dies. So you're going to see just here. So we're just going to, what we're going to do is, we've got them, you can see just there, we've got the outside die edge, so actually die cuts. So you've got the edge all the way around, but then right in at this edge here, there's actually no die cutting edge. So that's what's going to enable you to create a really long actual wrap. Now, of course, we've gone for the measurement that says, but you could make that really long if you wanted to. You know, you can make it a really large wrap die. So all that I'm just going to do, so that needs to go onto that side, and that will go onto that side there. So I'm just going to take my low tack tape. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to stick that one on just yet, because what I'm going to do actually is show you, if you have the Gemini Mini or the Gemini Go, you can create your wrap dies, your wraps from your dies using the Mini and the Go. So of course it will go through your Gemini Junior or your Daddy Gemini, but it will equally work with the smaller machines.
Fantastic. And I think these are great because they're just so versatile. Definitely, I mean, if you've been thinking about these for a while, Craig, to get them on a half price deal is amazing, because it means you get 10, you're going to make loads of different things. And a good versatile sort of arrangement of themes in here as well, from Christmas to everyday stuff.
Exactly, yeah. So you've got your everyday and Christmas, as you say, but then within that, you know, your everyday. So you've got your hearts, you know, yeah, for birthdays, or of course it could be for Valentine's. Then obviously you've also got your the cross, you know, so for you could be using it for weddings or births or, you know, your christening. So you've got a good variety of different occasions that you can be using. Even your stars. So yeah, instantly says think of stars, you know, think of, you know, little boys. Obviously, no girls like stars, but it could be birthday. It could be that you've passed something. So you can do so many different occasions using them. So if we move that one out the way, get rid of that. So if we peel that one off, so you can see that it's die cut all these ends, and then all you need to do, so I'm just going to snip off just the excess here, just so that you can see, because both ends don't actually have the die cut edge, stays in place. So all that we're just going to do now is you can take your guillotine, your trimmer, or you could use your craft knife, and you're just going to cut all the way along. So if I take my guillotine, so if I pop that one just in there, so I need to use my larger one. I tell you what, I've got my craft knife. Let's have a look. Where are we? So we've got my knife, we've got the ruler. I know I've seen a ruler kicking about somewhere. So, oh, here we go. It's over here. So what I'm just going to do now is just the two edges, just from that edge to that edge. I'm just going to line that up, and then I'm just going to cut. And then I'm just going to turn that around, and then once again I'm just going to take away that excess just there, like so. Now that gives us our wrap die, I keep saying wrap die, that gives us our wrap from the die. So all that I'm just going to do is, then you can see just there, this is how it works. So we're just turning it around, and there's two little slots just into there. So then what that does is that just slots and then that just slots into there like that. But we're not finished just yet, because what we're going to do is we'll just take it that one step further. So let's bring this back in again, and then let's just bring in some glitter card. So this is our gold shedless glitter card. So I'm just making sure I've got a couple of these wee bits out.
Stephen says, don't sit on the fence and get a sore bum with these. I got all of these. They're amazing. They make your card look more expensive. Love them. Which I think good if you put a little wrap around them. It really does, doesn't it?
It does. Could you even imagine something like a wedding invite when it comes round to having weddings and you're making the invites for them? Imagine having a wedding invite and you've got these wraps around them. Whether, of course, it could be the heart, it could be any of the different ones that are within that collection. Even making boxes, because you can make them longer if you want. And we'll show you that just shortly as well. So all that I'm just doing now is I'm just poking all these wee pieces out. So I've already done two beforehand. I just wanted to show you what I meant by just cutting them out separately. So let's just poke that one out, and then what we're going to do is just down that wee slot at each side, we're just going to trim that off. So pop that out just there in between his antlers. So where you've got that wee slot just there, all that I'm just going to do is I'm just going to snip that off. So that gives us that end. And even it, do you know what I'll even do just for anyone that's new to the Xyron, just in case you want to know how that works. So what I'm just going to do is pop this in. So you can see just here, all that I'm just doing is putting it in. It says insert item just there. So I'm just going to slot that in, and it is adhesive just on that roll, just down at the bottom, just there. You can see actually the deer or the stag just in place. Then all that I'm just going to do is I'm just going to pull. So I'm just going to pull, and you can see there that comes like that. Now you do have your perforated blade edge. It's not like sharp as in razor sharp. So you can just tear it off, or what I do I just like it to be neat and clean. So I just like to just snip that off.
That's unlike you, Craig.
I sense sarcasm there.
Yeah.
Then what
I'm just looking at that table, watching you work over there today, and maybe go back and rewind and watch Sarah's show from this morning. It's like literally Marie Kondo's been in the studio this afternoon is what it looks like.
Okay, well, I'm actually doing okay at the moment. I'm still neat and tidy at the side, because usually I just throw everything at the side, but we're okay at the moment. So what you can do is come along with your bone folder, or maybe if you've got your lolly stick or popsicle stick, and you just rub that back and forward. So what you just want to do is make sure you've got all that adhesive on the back. What you can also do if you're doing a bigger one, but we will still just show you this one, you could use your Gemini just to make sure you get that pressure and you get that adhesive stuck on. So just use your base plate and then your rubber embossing mat. Then all that I'm just going to do is I'm just going to pop that face down, and then just like you would do if you were embossing, I'm just putting my plastic shim and my top cutting plate, and then I'm just going to run that one through. So what this does is obviously with the pressure, you know, obviously it pushes your die cut into that adhesive. So when you peel it off, you're not going to get any stringy bits, or it's not going to not be sticky where you actually want it to be. It's going to be nice and clean, and you're going to get that full adhesion all over the back. So if I peel this one off.
Stephen says he used the bells for wedding invitations and they practically paid for themselves, which is fantastic. Easy to see how when you're going to get so many for a great price. £20 or $30 gets you both those Xyrons. Great to get two of them as well. Always good to have a spare one, isn't it, Craig?
It really is. It really is. It's good just to have them there, and you'll find there'll be things that you'll not necessarily think of where you're going to use it that you actually do. So you can see there, so it's sticky. You can see it's a nice sticker on there. So even if you've got your alphabets or that, you want to, you know, make names, sticker names, you know, you
Is it permanent once you get it stuck on?
Yeah, what we're just going to do now is if we just peel that one off, and then I'm just going to press that in place, just overlapping here, just making sure that obviously you don't cover up that wee slot just at the side. And then all that I'm just going to do is just give that just a good press down, and then that's going to stay in place. So once again, let's just peel that one off, and then we'll pop that in like that. And then what we're just going to do is press that in. So then what I like to do is let's bring in our card blank. So I've just taken some craft card, and this is just paper from our Perfect Peony. So let's just peel these ones off. So you can see with this card, it's a really simple card, but what's happening is once it's finished, that your eye instantly goes onto the wrap of the card. And it's something a wee bit fun in the fact that you can either slide it off or you can actually open it. I think maybe, I don't know why, but I think sometimes if you've got something like this, the adult is going to slide it off, but the kiddies, they want to actually open it up. They want to be as if they're opening. Although there'll be plenty of adults that will actually want to have a play with it too. So let's just pop these on just there. And then what I'm just doing, taking these off.
What's the name of this card? What are we going to call this style of card, Craig?
Good question. It's one, I'm not saying that it's never been done before, because of course it will be, but it's not one that I'd seen done quite often. So all that I've just done is obviously when it comes to the edges, so it's actually, it is 11 3/4, so it's actually the size of A4, or A4 here in the UK. And I just came in 4 inches at each side, and then I've just scored down, and then all that I've just done is cut at an angle. I'm not sure actually what I would call it. So what you can then do,
It's like a jacket cut, like a jacket almost,
isn't it? Yeah, or a man's shirt or that, yeah. So you can then pop that behind, and then you can then just fold it over if you want. It's just the way that I like to do it. I like to just slot it in first. So slot that one in just like so, and then just pop that in. So I'm just going to pull that one open, just pop that back in because it's falling out. So then that can go in like that. So let's just pull that down. Like so, and then
it's called the Craig Fold card.
The Craig Fold card.
The Craig Fold card, like a gatefold card, but a Craig Fold card.
So there we go, that's set. Pop that one back in, just press that down. Then all that I'm just going to do is I'm just going to take, again, I've just taken some die cut sentiments that I have at home, and I used the Xyron. So let's just take Happy, and then I'm just going to pop that along the top just there, like so. But then what I'm actually going to do is let's take that one off, let's fold it that way, and let's do it the way that I had intended. So let's just pull that in. You'll have a bit more time just to straighten them up. So let's take Christmas as well. Now you can, if you've got any of your gems or glitter dots, anything like that, you can go to town, but you can see what I mean by that your eye instantly just goes to the reindeers on the front. So let's just take
Cindy Sue's loving this card, Craig.
And then there we go. So let's just straighten that up, and we're just going to press that into place so it holds into place. Then there we go. We've got that. My poinsettia is falling off. We'll pop that back on later. But then there we go. So again, you can either slide that up, or then we can just open that up just like that as well. So that's the same concept for all of the wrap dies that you're getting, whatever one you go for, or whether it's the bundle.
Of course, get them all, because that way you get them half price, which is fantastic. So you've got a few different ones in here. So you've got, firstly, you've got your cross, which is this one just here. Then you've got the stars. You've got the wedding chimes, which is those bells there. That cupcake one, which is your sweet one. And you've got your love heart. So you get 5, then you get another 5 as well. So you're going to get also the Christmas wreath, which is fantastic. You also got there the forest friends, which is those stags. You've got the candlelight. You've got the Santa's sleigh and festive baubles as well. You get all of those for that incredible price, $39.95 or $64.75, a half price deal. Right, we've got some fantastic deals for you on our crafty fun Sarah's signature collection. Always such an incredibly popular collection whenever we bring it to you. One of your absolute favourites. I want to run you through what you've got. You've got a big bundle here of products for a really great price, not far off of half price. It's a 48% saving in the UK. I'm going to run you through what you got, and then maybe I'll get Craig to show you a few of the things that you're going to be making with these as well. So I'll run you through what you've got in here. So you've got your accents and frames, which is this one just here. So you've got that one there. That's a beautiful set of stamps in there. You've then got your crafty friends. Now this is a A5 embossing folder. We've got some stencils in here. This one is a made with love stencil. We've got some dies. You've got a trio of embroidery hoops. More stamps as well. This is your So Pretty. This is your Going Dotty, which is another one of your stencils. You've got the Rick Rack embossing folder. There is Stylish Stationery, that wonderful die set, which is in there. I love this traditional trellis stencil. This can be used, of course, as a embossing folder if you want to as well. A couple more dies in here for you. You've got your needles and yarn, and you've also got your Stitch with Love, a smaller embossing folder. This one is Crafty Notions. This is a cut and emboss folder, which is fantastic. So it's your Cute as a Button. True Love is a well-stocked craft room. No truer words have been uttered, I don't think. That's your craft room stencil. And then finally, 2 more stamp sets. You've got your Craft Life and also Happiness is Handmade. You get all of that, guys. It is an awful lot of products for £50 or $70. You've got absolutely loads in there, over 45% off. Could you run us through maybe a few ideas of what we might be able to make with these, Craig?
Yeah, we will show you these ones now. This is obviously the perfect one for anyone that's crafty. It doesn't just have to be paper crafts. You know, if they like their sewing or knitting, then they're going to be loving this as well. Perfect person to give them to. So this is sort of things that you can be making, you know, using obviously the dies, the stencils, the stamps, you know, even these wee things to make your notepads. These are so smart. Gives you the perforated part at the top as well, so you can make little notes, stamp, you know, so if you're wanting to just say hi to someone, good luck to someone, birthday wishes to someone, you know, you can do, but then you can go all to town. You've even got your needles, your yarn, your all your different accessories that we can see at this side just here. Then if you were to mix it and match with the papers as well, it just really does come to life. Now look at that one. So you can go from quite a subtle card, or you can then go to one and you're adding all that detail with on. So there's so many different ones, including some of the actual embellishments as well. So you're getting lots of dies and that you could be using for the front of cards. What about boxes as well? You know, use them for your boxes. So it doesn't even have to be gift boxes. You might want to keep any of your sewing materials in there. It could be obviously any of your threads or any of like say your yarn or that. So many different things that you can do with them, including but you've got the stencils on the top. There's just another one with a stencil as well. So it's all crafty themed orientated. Although I say that, what I'm going to do just shortly is we will show you something. We'll show you a card that's not necessarily crafty themed, so it can go for anyone if they're not into crafts.
Fantastic, thank you for running us through those. A few other bits as well for you in Crafty Fun. A lot of you will be coming back to these. I know a lot of you got the main collection, but the consumable elements, I know how busy these are and bring them to you. So it's our embellishment collection. I love a pom-pom trim, and you've got that here. You've got the blue pom-pom and the red pom-pom trim. You've got the satin ribbon, which is this one just here. You've also got the cotton ribbon, which is on those lovely reels as well. 4 reels of that. Some fabric brads here. And I love loose elements on a card. You've also got the metal charms in here too. £18 gets you those. Now, the ones that I know you're absolutely going to love, I'll get to that 12 by 12 pad in just a second. Before that, I want to show you the card pack. So you've got in here the A4 Pearl, always so busy whenever we bring this to you. So we've got the A4 Pearl. You've also got the A4 matte, no, you've got the A4 mirror, the A4 matte mirror collection, and the A4 glitter collection as well, which is fantastic. You've got 24 sheets in each of those, so 96 sheets total for that fantastic price, £33 or $50 if you want to get hold of those. I know what's going to be the busiest though, because let's face it, our 12 by 12 paper pads are always, oh, I've got something stuck to that, there we go. Our 12 by 12 paper pads, always incredibly busy when we bring them to you. And no different with the Crafty Fun one. Loads of wonderful patterns. I love that it's just so fresh and vibrant, this paper pad. It's like there's really lovely pops of colour, wonderful designs in there as well. And I love the fact that it's all in a paper pad, so you keep it nice and neat and pristine. A lot of people actually choose to hang these up as well, which is something, of course, you can do. £10 or $15 if you want to get that. It's a 20% saving there, which is brilliant. We do have it in a 6x6 as well, exactly the same pattern, same amount of pages, all exactly the same, £5 or $8.50 if you want to get that. Right, Craig, do you fancy giving us a little bit of a soupçon, as our Leanne would say, on the Crafty Fun?
I could give you a little song if you want, no problem at all. Right, so what we're going to do with this one, actually, let's show you what we're going to make. Now, this is actually using one of the stencils. However, and this is something I get asked quite a lot, actually, we're asked just the other day, and I'm going to show you how you can actually stencil through stencil. You can actually emboss through your stencil as well. So what we're going to do is going to bring in our plate. So we're going to bring in some of that gorgeous cardstock on this one here. So what I've just done already is just trimmed that down. So I've got that already to 5 3/4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my base plate. Now your stencils and that will go through your Gemini Mini. So I've got my base plate of my Gemini, and I've got my cardstock, and I've also got the cards. So for this one, I'm going to be using the traditional trellis. So base plate. Now, this is the technique. As you know, I always like to keep my plates. I like to keep one plate on the top that has never been die cut in. It's nice and smooth, and it's this sort of technique as to why I like to do that. So base plate, then we've got our stencil, and then what we're just going to do is we're going to pop the card down, which is going to be obviously the coloured side down. So that's going to go on just like that. Then what I'm going to do, if I just hold that just into place, you can tape it if you want, then I'm just going to pop our rubber embossing mat. So now the stencils aren't overly thick, so it's not going to be a real detailed emboss. However, you still get a nice emboss coming through, and I'm even just going to add in my metal shim, and then that just gives that just a wee bit extra thickness, and then run that through. So after the rubber embossing mat, that was the plastic shim, and then I put the metal shim on top. Then right at the very top we put our top cutting plate. So I'm just going to take this one out, and then what we can just do is just take all these layers off, and then already you can see how that embosses like that. So you can see it was actually the other day, actually I think it was Joe that had asked the other day, and that is exactly how you can use your stencils to emboss using your die cutting machine. So that gives you that one. So let's pop that out to the side for the moment. So it's a relatively quick and simple card, but it's one that's not actually craft themed as such. So it is one that you could give to anyone in the family that is not really into crafts. So what I'm just going to do now, I've just taken a strip of our white smooth cardstock, and then I'm just going to bring in our sentiment stamps. This one's the Craft Life. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Happiness is Handmade for this one just here. So even then, you know, yeah, you're sending it to someone saying that it's handmade, and they know it's handmade with lots of love. So let's take our sentiment and peel that one off, pop it onto our stamping mat, and we will stamp.
Loads of questions coming in, Craig. Kathy saying, Joe, how do I tell which tri-blend markers I have? I want to get the other set. Pop over to the website, go into the product description, and you'll have all of the colour codes for each of the sets there. You'll then be able to match that up with which ones you have at home. All of the pens have got their colour codes on them. For instance, the purple blend is PL2, PL3 and PL4. You just have to match them up on the website, so make sure you go do that. Lots of saying, oh, should I saying, Joe, behind me, the boxes, what are they? They are some of our craft kits. That's the balloon sentiments and the embossing folder craft kits. They're not on the show today.
So there's some that always catches, you know, our eye when we're watching, isn't it? It's like, what's that in the background? And the good thing that we're live is you can just ask away. Right, with this one, what to do is this is actually our craft room set. So this one hasn't been used before. Now, it's going to be really hard to see. It is really hard to see, but there we go. Can you see how it's kind of like, it's bubbling on the top? It's like bobbly on the top, the ink. It's not actually sitting.
There's a word for that.
Yeah.
What is it? Sissing.
Is it sissing?
Sissing is the word, I believe, yeah.
So what I'm going to do is, just so I can show you, let's just take that ink off. And then what you can do, I suppose it's kind of a bit like priming it. So let's just take that ink off so we can start again. And then all that I'm doing, let's lean over. And then I'm just going to take our translucent clear. This is our watermark. So if you were to do any embossing, you know, check the website for any extras like these. So all that I'm just going to do, it's just like a sticky ink pad. So I'm just going to give that a stamp and a coverage. And then let's just come back on. It won't do your ink pad any damage at all. Now this time, even I can see the huge difference. Can you see, actually, yeah, see how black that sentiment is now? That means that you've got that full coverage of ink all the way across. So if you do find, and it is normal to happen, you know, for new stamps, so you could either put a layer of sellotape or sticky tape and peel it off, or you can just do it that way. and that will help. So let's just bring in our strip once again, and I'm just going to come along towards the right hand side, and we're just going to press like that, and then remove that one. Now that gives us our sentiment that we can see just there. Then all that I'm just going to do is just start to layer this up.
Fantastic, getting really, really busy on this collection now. A lot of you starting to see the value in it because you're getting a lot in here for your money, Craig, with this collection. This collection should be, if you bought all the elements individually, $95.84 in the UK or $136.24 in the US. However, today, £50 here in the UK, $70 if you're in the US, of course. Club Inspire Platinum members in the UK, you'd get this for £40. Club Inspire Platinum members in the US, you'd get this for $56, which is, you know, you're saving way more than you're spending if, of course, you are in Club Inspire, as, let's face it, so many of you are, which is brilliant. Don't forget as well, there's also the Embellishment Collection for you, and you've got the card packs there as well. How many foam pads does one man need on one project there, Craig?
Well, you see, you've got to make sure that you've got enough coverage on the back. The last thing that you want to do is pop foam pads on and not have them in the middle, and then that's when your card, so if I'd done foam pads, just a few, but none in the middle, your card's going to dip. It's going to dip, and you don't want that. And then I know some people, what they'll do is they won't peel the back off. I sometimes say, if you leave the backing on, what happens, the opposite can happen. It can actually bow up, because sometimes if the heat or the cold air's getting underneath, and the card can start to go like that, because there's nothing holding it underneath. So I always say, do just take the backing off, you know, for half a second.
I don't know how
so.
you line it up and get it stuck down square. It would just take, I don't think I could, I wouldn't be ready to commit in one go. Maybe that's why I'm still single. Commitment issues, Craig.
I hear you. So there we go. I've just used the foam pads and we've just taped that one down. And then what I've just done, so the white layer is just our white smooth cardstock, and then that turquoise colour, that is also from the same pack of cardstock that we got the red one from, or the deep pink. So let's just take our double-sided tape off the back, and then I've just got my card blank. So let's just pop that on. Now, remember that other day, actually it might have just been yesterday. It's been such a quick week. It's been such a great week, but a quick week. I showed everyone how I tied my bows. And oh my goodness.
But it definitely wasn't yesterday, Craig, because you weren't here yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Maybe Tuesday?
Yeah, fair enough. That's true. I was working, but I was working from home yesterday. So yeah, it would have been Tuesday where I showed everyone how I made my bow. Well, Facebook went absolutely crazy with people saying how they love to see how I made it, because they always want to know. So what I've done is I had a bow on this one as well. So what I'm going to do is I've left it untied, and I'll quickly show you that again. Oh, I've already put tape on the back. So let's peel that one off and take that into this way. So if we pop that over the bottom, and then if I just take some of the ribbon from the accessory pack, so again, all that I'm just doing, so I'm just holding it, so I would call it the bunny ears. So that's exactly what it's like. You've got two bunny ears at each side. So I'm just going to cross that over. So if I can cross that way, there we go. And then this one here, I'm just going to tuck under. So as it comes under, I'm just pulling that out. And
Karen says you just have to take the plunge, Joe. I don't know if she means in crafting or in love or both. I don't know. What do you mean, Karen?
So again, crossing that over, it fell out my fingers. And as that comes out the bottom, just pull that, and then your ribbon and your bow comes together. So just pull the wee tabs at each side and just have a wee play till you're happy. And then you can just pop your thumbs back in, and you can just pull them into place like so, and then that gives you your bow.
How fantastic.
Like that. So let's just take our scissors. So let's just cut at an angle, and then what we can just do is just finish this one off. What I'll do is I've taken one of the metal embellishments as well. So we've got this one, it's the wee cotton reel on this one here. And listen, you know, they really are substantial. You can see they might be small, but they're mighty, but they're not heavy. So let's just bring that in, let's bring in our glue gel.
They're in that embellishment pack, aren't they?
They are
the satin
indeed.
ribbon and those metal charms come along with a cotton ribbon, the brads and the pom-poms as well.
Pom-poms as well. So we can pop that on like that. Then I've taken one of the stamps, in one of the stamp sets, just the wee buttonholes, and I've just left it in stamped in black, and then we can just pop them, of course, with foam pads, and then there we go. That gives us a nice wee card. So it doesn't necessarily have to be for anyone crafty, and it could be a guy, you know. Guys like ribbon and bows, so you can leave that on or take it off.
Some guys like glitter and fairies and unicorns as well, Craig.
Indeed.
£50 or £70 if you want to go for the big collection. Remember, you've also got the paper collection, the paper pads, and the embellishment collection as well. You'll find it all on our website. Now is a great time to place an order. crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. Now, I talked a lot there about Club Inspire and the discounts it can afford you. If you're new to us here at Crafters TV, then here's all the details.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now, on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money-saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the crafty makes. We'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind-the-scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
All the details there of Club Inspire, just a great way for you to earn even more discount with us here at Crafters TV and also across the whole Crafters Companion site, of course, as well. I want to just have a word with you about these sparkle inks. They are so very busy at the moment. This is a really fantastic Christmas collection. Now, of course, we're launching lots of Christmas products here every day at the moment on Crafters TV. So these will be great to go with those. So the first one you've got here is your Cozy Christmas. And in your Cozy Christmas, you're going to get mulled wine, log fire, and also your candlelight there as well. The next one you've got here is your traditional Christmas. Now in the traditional Christmas, you're going to get your glacé cherry, your festive spruce, and your sleigh bell as well. And then finally, this one just here is your cool Christmas. Now in cool Christmas, you're going to get icy blue, your winter plum, and your frosted rose as well, which is fantastic. $25.98 or $39.90 if you want to go for them. So many different techniques that you're going to be able to do with them, but very, very busy. I would say if these are in your basket, definitely think about moving towards the checkout sooner rather than later. Right, we're going to move on. Got some buy one get one free for you. I know how much you guys love a bit of buy one get one free action here on Cartload. This is your you're going to get your vase bouquet here, which is this stamp and die set, which is coming along with this one. So you're going to get everything you can see here, all of the stamps, but then all the dies to cut all of these elements out. If you want to decoupage these up, if you enjoy that, you're going to absolutely love putting these together. You've also got in here as well your perfect Posy, which is that one just there, and that is what that is going to create for you. That really big, full, lush floral project that you can see just there. $14.99 to get you both of those, which is just fantastic considering you're getting 24 pieces in this one and 23 pieces in that one. So 47 elements for $14.99 or $19.95 is great value for money. It really, really is. Right, I want to move on to the Crocuses and Daffodils. Now, this is a great deal because, wow, 40% now of this has gone. Very, very busy here on this one. Now, the thing is with the Crocus and the Daffodils is that you should actually be paying more just for the dies alone. So you've got this one here, which is the Crocus. Now, the great thing about these, you can make them up as they're intended, true to nature, or you can have a bit of a play about really with them. Should be £40 or $50 just to get the dies here in this one. So you're going to get the Crocus and you're going to get the Daffodil, but the great thing is we're also going to give you a set of the Gemini Junior plates as well for those double-sided dies. The plates should be $12.99 or $16.95. You're getting a great saving on the dies and the plates thrown in as well. That's why 40% has gone. I can see a lot of you with that sat in your basket as well at the moment. Heart to Heart and Falling Star. Craig demonstrated these for us a little earlier in the show. Incredible price on this to get double-sided dies, which are patented technology, of course, to us here at Crafters Companion. There's the Heart to Heart. There's the Falling Stars as well. £20.50 or $30 gets you both of those, saving a fifth on those there, which is fantastic. Right, the box dies. Now, these are fantastic because, again, you're getting a saving on the dies, and we're going to give you the plates too, because we're thinking you're going to need the big plates to go with these. So the rectangle one first, if you look at this here, this makes two different sizes of dies. The box dies that these make are really, really sturdy too. So the die on its own should be $34.99 or $44.99. You've got a great saving already, and then, of course, what we do is we give you those double-sided plates included too. So you've got that one. That is your rectangle. Now, if you go for the square, you're going to get exactly the same deal with the square. So the square one should be $39.99. This makes three different sizes of box, but you're going to get the plates included as well. So you're saving there, and you're getting the plates included as well. I can see a lot of you are multi-ordering on these ones. £67 if you wanted to go for both of them, and you get two sets of the plates there as well. The alphabets have been very, very busy. I think at the moment, lots of you really excited about personalisation. We're seeing lots of it at the moment, and what's great about these is you can get all of them. I know over 30% of the stock had gone here, £50 or $66 if you want to get these. We do not have hugely deep stocks of the main bundle. We've got more of the individuals. However, if you want to go for the individuals, then they are 2 for £12 or $16. Thinking about it, that's quite a lot considering that you can get 28 of these for £50 or $66. You're looking at just over £2 per stamp, which is fantastic. Right, I can see Craig. He's poised on the other side of the sheet. He's like a coiled spring, ready to burst into crafty action over there.
I am indeed raring to go with this one here. So what I'll do is I'll show you this one. I'm going to make something similar as one of the design team had made this in the past. And I just love this. I think this is so nice with this one. It's quite simple, but really, really effective, just using some additional alphabets just there. So on this one here, she's used the F and then just die cut the letter set from her die set. But what I'm then just going to do, someone's just dropped something.
I just threw my phone on the floor. I just stood here. I had my phone in this hand, the iPad in this hand. I literally just went. I just threw it on the floor.
He was on Tinder.
I think I forgot to hold it.
Yeah. He was on Tinder. He was.
Got text.
Yeah. Do you watch that?
No, absolutely not.
What I've just done is I've taken the stamp. So this one I've just taken the letter C. So if I bring you this one in. So actually let's quickly just show you this close up so you can see that one there, that way. So you can see with that detail. So you've got the letter C, but then look at all that detail all the way around. So you've got the roses within this one. So each of the flowers or each of the alphabets have obviously got a different design and flower. But this one you've got your roses as well as all the foliage too. So what I'm then just going to do is I'm going to use some of our Harmony Water reactive ink pads. Of course, you could use the tri-blend pens. But what I'm going to do is pop this on and then I'm going to stamp it onto our watercolour card because, like I say, I'm going to use our water reactive ones. So this one I'm using our Finesse waterproof dye ink pad, and this one I'm using the Flagstone. You can use the black, but sometimes it can just be a bit too standout-ish if you want to do colour shading afterwards. So you can use a grey one. So what I'm just going to do is bring in my card here, and then what I'm just going to do is towards the left-hand side, I'm just going to just kind of line up where I want that to go, and then I'm just going to press that into place. So as we press that, And then that's going to give you all that detail. You can, of course, heat emboss it if you want, and then you can do resist effects. It's entirely up to yourself, but then you've got all that detail. Look at that, the letter C on that one just there. So what I'm going to do is let's move that one out the way for a second, or for the time being. And then I'm just going to bring in a few different colours to start with. So I'm going to use the grasshopper for the leaves and foliage, and I'm just going to
So you're going to paint with these?
So it's kind of like painting with a water brush, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I've got just one of our Spectrum Noir water brushes. Now you can do exactly what I'm going to do with our clear sparkle pens.
Oh,
so you're going to be
lovely.
able to do, obviously, the colour blending that I'm going to do, watercolouring, but you're going to get a sparkle effect to it as well. So let's just take some of the brown. So this one is the Friar Brown.
Laura says Tinder. ROFLMAO. I don't Roffle MAO.
Is that rolling
On the floor, laughing my boop off.
Yeah.
I think I'm dying, Craig, she says. Joe, you and Craig make our day. We are pleased.
Our pleasure.
Lynn's suggesting that I got some sort of match on some sort of app, which is why I dropped my phone. Honestly, Lynn, do you think I'd be that startled? Are you suggesting I don't get them very often?
Right, so what I'm just doing,
Craig, your silence speaks volumes there.
No, I'm saying nothing. If I say nothing, I can't get myself into trouble. So what I'm just doing is I'm just picking some of that colour up onto here, and then all that I'm just going to do is I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to start to colour or paint or watercolour, whatever way that you want to call it, and then I'm just starting to blend it out. So you can go back in, I'm just picking up the colours, and I'm just going to then just pull that in, so you can do your own shading with this one here. So you're just picking out the colour and you're just pulling that out so it gets lighter and lighter. Again, I'm using our water reactive ink pads. You could use our aqua pens if you wanted. You can use them, no problem at all. So it's just the case of just going in and then you're just starting to colour all over. So what I'm just doing is colouring on our watercolour card. This is the best one for obviously doing your watercolours. And then I'm
guessing, Craig, as well, you could use all of our colouring mediums with these stamps, I guess.
Of course you can,
so
absolutely.
what, your aqua markers, your aqua pencils, your colour blend pencils, tri-blends, classics, illustrators, have I missed any? Metallic markers, I guess it all
Sparkle
work.
pens, yeah, absolutely. So anything where obviously there's going to be some water involved, like you said, obviously what I'm doing now, or of course our aqua markers, our sparkle pens, anything like that, use our waterproof dye, so any of the colours from that full range. If you're going to be using your tri-blend pens or your Illustrator or your Classiques, then of course if you use our alcohol proof ink pads, and then that just means that you'll be able to know and colour in confidence that you're not going to get any smudged lines.
Don't forget, of course, Colour Me Happy coming up tomorrow. Myself and Leanne, a new launch with the illustrators. They're in a new configuration, making them even more affordable than ever. So you'll make sure you want to join myself and Leanne for that tomorrow, 11 a.m. here in the UK, 6 a.m. on the East Coast. You'll have to be up bright and breezy at 3 a.m. on the West Coast to check us out. You can, of course, watch it back a little bit later in the day. And then you and I are back in the craft house with a lot of double-sided dies tomorrow, Craig.
We have.
I'm really excited about that.
Double-sided takeover tomorroh. It really is. We've got a good selection. I was working on, well, today's show and also tomorrow's show I was working on yesterday. If you follow me on my Instagram, you'll have seen from my many Instagram stories as to some of the sneak peeks that I was giving you throughout the day. So it was a pleasure having your company via Insta story throughout the day yesterday. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun just to go on and just be silly while we're working away.
Lynn's good save, Lynn. Lynn in Essex says, Joe, I'm sure you are inundated with messages from someone who matches your eye. She finishes it off with a winky emoji for effect as well.
Very nice. Are you inundated?
No, I'm absolutely not. I mean, I don't think I've ever been more single, Craig. I mean, I don't know how it would actually be physically possible to be any more single. And I've been single for like 8 years now, I think. So
Have you?
6 years.
6 years.
Yeah.
And I thought my 2 years was bad enough.
I can be quite, quite hard work.
Are you picky?
Yeah, painfully so.
Are
picky.
Are you a jealous guy?
No, not at all. Like, but definitely like my own way. I don't know. Life is so great, isn't it? I think life is great on your own. So why spoil it by having someone else around?
Well, that's very true. It's very true. You never know. What is it they say? And everyone says it to me, but what is it they say? The right person will turn up
Just
when you're not looking.
You've just got to wait for the right person. They're like buses, apparently.
Well,
I don't really see how people like buses at all.
So what I'm just doing, I'm just carrying on just with the rose's head at the moment. So I won't do it all, but because it gives you the idea, but I will just move on to the leaves. So all that I'm just doing, I'm kind of just going over a bit like a base cover, as if you want to call it like that. And then I'm just pulling out the colour. And then all that I'm just going in, it's just going in, just picking up some of the colour like you've been seeing me doing, and just adding some of that accent in. So you can even go in deeper as to certain areas. If you're going to go in with deeper colour, I would wait just, I don't know, seconds or a minute just to let that initial layer just settle and dry, slightly dry, and then go back in with a deeper shade. So I'm just taking up some of that red excess, and then all I'm just going to do it again, it's exactly the same, but then I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to pick out the colour of the leaves and the foliage. So you can go all over with that one base colour, picking it all out. So I'll just do a couple more just for you to see. So depending, as you said, on the mediums that you use, whether it's our aqua markers or our markers or anything like that, you will get a completely different look. So let's just work our way in there, and then I'll just finish just this one, and I'll bring in the one I've already done. So then it just gives you the idea as to how I had then created this one. So all that I just done with this one is, once I'd finished colouring it, I just took our anthracite, our water reactive ink pad, and just blended just around the edges, just to add a wee bit of colour. And then I've just taken some pattern paper, again with the same ink pad, just around the edges. This one is from the Sarah's So Homemade collection. It's either So Homemade or So Lovely. It was one of those ones. So let's just take these off. And I've got a bow already ready, and I've got some alphabets ready, so we can pop this one together. So yep, it's going to be great as a card. However, this is the sort of thing that you could then pop into a box frame, and it would be nice as a gift for a home decor gift. You know, I've done, you know, as it is my name, but you know, if you can imagine if you stamped out an H and then just die cut the words for home, or if you want to do a long one, there's nothing stopping you, like the samples that Joe showed, that you could then actually be stamping out someone's full name or full words, entirely up to yourself. Now I've just taken my die cut pieces. Now I've just used a small side on that I've got, but you can use the one we've got on Cartload today. So I'm just going to peel these ones off. So I'm just going to pop them just like so.
Tina says, Joe, I've kissed a lot of frogs. Still looking for a prince.
Still looking.
Yeah.
I think as well with obviously what's been going on in the world and lockdown and that, it's hard, is it?
It's hardly not really particularly a romantic area, is it? Lockdown. No. Tammy says, when I was single, no one was ever interested in me, but when I was actually with someone, then people seemed to come out of the woodwork.
That happened to my friend as well. That's what they were saying as well. You know, single for so long, and then when they met someone, that's, well, other people came along.
Sounds like the start of quite a good story, that, Craig.
What was that?
Sounded like the start of a good story, that.
Yeah, stopped right there. So then what I've just done is I've just picked out, instead of going for a red ribbon, because I've got the red on the alphabet, I've gone for a pink ribbon, just picking out the pink in the background, and then that gives you an idea as to how we've created that one. So there we go. There's that one, using the stamp sets.
Really, really lovely. So usable, so craftable, these, because of course personalisation is always going to have a place, whether it's initials, whether you want to do home decor, box frames, wall plaques, door signs. There's so much you can do with these. You get the A to Z, and you get the hashtag, and you get the ampersand in there as well. I think as far as colouring these goes, you want to do tropical colours on these. They're just screaming out for those really lovely, bold, bright tropical colours. Over a third of the stock has gone on these, £50 or 66 $26 if you want to get them. They are available individually, but the price is amazing when you get them as a whole collection. Right, the tri-blends are always the star of the show whenever we bring these to you. What you've got here is one pen that contains 3 different colours. So what you'll see you have a light colour, a light shade, you have a mid shade, and you've got a dark shade within there as well. So all the way through allows you to blend seamlessly from the light to the medium into the dark. 2 different options here when it comes to getting these. You can get the essentials or you can get the deep shades. Now or deep blend, sorry, I should say. Let me just show you what that looks like. So these are your essentials. If you're only going to get one collection, this is your core collection of colours that you're going to go for. This is where you're going to start, $71.99 or $107.95. Now either you're going to upgrade to, or you're going to decide right away that you want to get the whole collection. And what this does is here, if I just show you, for instance, if we look at, for instance here, bright pink shades in your essentials, in your deep blend, sorry. In the essentials, you've got the bright pink blends. So what this does is it extends these 2 colours together. So you've then got 6 shades of those. So it gives you an extra 12 colours in the deep blends, and then it also gives you 6 extensions as well. $71.99, $107.95 for either. Lots of you multi-ordering and going for both. If you get both of them, it is a complete collection. There are no other tri-blend markers for you to get. You have got the lot, which is fantastic. Right, sticking with Spectrum Noir, the sparklings, always so busy whenever we bring these to you. This is a Christmas collection, which is fantastic. So you've got here Cool Christmas, which is this one, and that gives you Icy Blue, Winter Plum, and your Frosted Rose as well. The next one we've got here for you is your Cozy Christmas. Now in Cozy Christmas, you're going to get Mulled Wine, Log Fire, and your Candlelight. And then finally, last but by no means least, Traditional Christmas, which has got Glacé Cherry, Festive Spruce, and your Sleigh Bell as well. $25.98 gets you all of them, which is a great price to get. 9 pots, 30ml in each. You can do all of your different inky techniques and backgrounds with those as well. $25.98. $39.90. Right, the Xyron is on the show today as well. It is the 3-inch sticker maker. It is a fantastic. All you can do is run your die cut pieces through here. It turns them into a sticker. You've got rub and stick technology. You can then pop that straight onto anything. Begone. Glue bogies are a thing of the past when you've got these. 2 of them coming your way, £20 or $30. Always busy. What I would say is we do struggle to keep these in stock. So if you want them, if you need to get stocked up, then I'd grab them whilst we have got them. Double-sided Tapa die collection. 6 dies here for you. Now they are available as 3 individual collections. However, pretty much everyone's gone for the larger collections here. You've got the butterfly, and that is coming along with the love heart. You've also got another collection, which is your mandala, which is coming with the floral delights, and you've got the sweet cupcake. That is coming beside the pretty Posy. £80, $105, 40% off there, which is a fabulous, fabulous saving for our double-sided dies. Right. Stamps and dies coming your way. We've got the perfect posies. I love these because they are a concept stamp and die system, which is fantastic. And they build towards a really, really great project. So you've got here Vase Bouquet, which is that one there. Oh, I'm stuck. There we go. And you're also going to get this one just here, which is Perfect Posy. Let me show you what they make. I know we're not meant to have favourites. I think Perfect Posy is my favourite. It's a really big, bold, striking floral project. Of course, play around with the colours which you're going to use to create this will give you a totally different look and feel. You've also then got as well this one here, which is the Vase Bouquet. You're getting both of them for that great price of $14.99 or $19.95. That is a half price deal, which is fantastic. Right, the Crocus and Daffodil, very busy here. I know 40% of the stock had gone on this one. This is your daffodil just here, as you can see, which is brilliant. Builds up and layers up to create this lovely full effect here. And you're going to get the crocus as well. Now, individually, pounds prices, these $19.99 each, these 2 dies. So you've got a saving here, but you're also going to get the junior double-sided die plates included as well. So they are free of charge, and you've got a great saving on the crocus and the daffodil too. £37 or $46 if you want to go for those ones. Well, I'm getting in a bit of a mess now over here. I can't find anything. Here we go. We've also got as well for you the Heart to Heart. These are our edgeable double-sided dies. That one is coming alongside the Falling Stars. £20.50 or $30 gets you both of those. £10.25 for double-sided edgeable dies is great value for money. It's been a really great show to stock up on some of these double-sided dies today. Right. The rectangle box, square box, rectangle box, big box, little box. Oh, it doesn't work, does it? Right, let's start with, what are we going to start with? The rectangle one first. Now, both of these come with the free large Gemini double-sided die plates, which is fantastic. So the rectangle box makes two sizes of box, this one. Normally, on its own, that box should be, that box die, $34.99 or $44.99 in the US. Got a great saving, and you're going to get the plates thrown in free of charge as well. We've also got the square one. Now, the square one makes 3 different sizes of box for you. That square one should be $39.99 or $49.99. You've got a great saving, and you guessed it, you're getting the free plates included as well. Go for both of those, and you'll end up with 2 sets of the plates, which is fantastic. There's so much more on this show for you as well. Definitely get across to the website and check out absolutely everything that we've shown you over there. This is your crafty fun, £50 or $70 gets you all of this. I'll quickly whiz through what it is you're getting in here. So you're going to get your accents and frames. You're going to get Crafty Friends embossing folder, Made with Love stencil. You've got your metal die hoop trio, your So Pretty stamps. You've got your Going Dotty stencil, your Rick Rack embossing folder, your stylish stationery metal dies. You've got your traditional trellis. That was that stencil that Craig used, and he used it as an embossing folder as well. You've got your needles and yarn die, your Stitch with Love die, your Crafty Notions embossing folder, your Cute as in Button cut and emboss folder, and then you've got that Craft Room stencil, and you've got the Craft Life and Happiness is Handmade stamp sets as well. Absolutely chock-a-block full, that collection, for £50 or $70. Platinum members in the UK, you'll pay £40 there. Platinum members in the US, you'll pay $56, which is unheard of value. Up next, we've got the Crafty Fun Embellishment Collection for you on the show. You've got your pom-pom trim in here, which is just so much fun. You've also got the satin ribbon, you've got the cotton ribbon in there, the fabric brads, and the metal charms. These consumable elements are always so busy. People come back and stock up on these that absolutely love using the Crafty Fun collections, as do they on the card collection too. The card collection, you're going to get your mirror, your matte mirror, your pearl, and you're going to get your glitter card stocks within there as well. £33 or $50 gets you all of those, saving 15%, sorry. You've also got your 12 by 12s, always so popular whenever we bring these to you. £10 or $15 there, saving a fifth. And we've got the 6x6 too, which is £5 or $8.50, again, saving 15%. Wow, what a cartload. We have had so much within there. It's been so incredibly busy. The weather's looking lovely out in the garden. I might pop out there after the show, I think. Craig, it's been lovely to spend cartload with you today. And also we've got another exciting show together tomorrow, haven't we?
We do indeed. So I'm back tomorrow with Craft House. So if you do like your double-sided dies, then you're going to love that show. If maybe you're quite new to them, maybe you've never even heard of them before, then we're going to be showing you in a lot more detail as to what you can do with them, of the selection that we've got. You know, it's not just the border ones, we've got a few other ones as well. It's going to be a great show. Bit of a mix of Christmas as well as all occasion. It's going to be the perfect week for me anyway to end the week.
Oh yes, it really has. What a week it's been. Craig week here on Crafters TV is pretty much what it's been. Loads of you chatting away still in the comments. A lot of talk about being single. Christine says I'm staying single unless a miracle happens. Someone that won't say a word on how much I'm spending on all of my crafty stash. That person is out there. You just need to find yourself an enabler, Christine. You find yourself an enabler, Christine. Stephen says he's going to order those at Alphabets after seeing Craig do that card. Absolutely loves it. Shadiah says she's got those stamps too. She loves them as well. Thank you both for the fun. You are absolutely welcome. Christine says thanks for a great show. Right, if you are across, I feel like Tom Cruise in Cocktail when I do that. I don't know why. If you are across,
Paul Daniels.
Paul Daniels. Right, that's the grey hair, is it?
Magic.
Thanks for that. Anyway, if you're across in the USA, have a great day. If you're here in the UK or Europe, of course, enjoy the rest of your evening. Massive thanks to you, Craig, and a massive thanks
Thank you very much.
massive thanks to you guys at home as well. We'll see you back here tomorrow in the morning for Colour Me Happy, followed by that fantastic Craft House show. See you then.